Hey, you're hanging out in the Link Up Lounge. I'm Tiffany Mason.
And I'm Donna Ruppel. Around here, we believe success isn't just about what you know, it's about who you link up with. This is your lounge for turning one link into endless opportunities.
Donna, it blows my mind that the two of us have over 30 years of combined networking experience.
I know. We've built businesses, expanded networks, and created unstoppable momentum, all through the power of strategic connections.
AKA networking. And now we're here to guide you to do the same, starting today.
So let's dive in, connect, and start making moves you didn't even know were possible. Welcome back to the Link Up Lounge. I'm Donna Ruppel, your Nocatee real estate expert, and I'm here with my co-host, Tiffany Mason of Virtually You, the boutique podcast management agency.
This is your lounge for turning one link into endless opportunities. And today we're talking about a topic that seems to be everywhere right now, artificial intelligence,
Whoop, whoop.
or as I have a friend that calls it, AL. So whether you love it, fear it, or use it every day, or haven't touched it yet, AI is changing how business operates. It's helping people create content, write emails, organize information. I know I use it all the time with podcast scripts, maybe. I don't know. Helps us save time. But what does it mean for networking? Can AI help us build better relationships, or does it risk making the connection feel a little bit less human? So today we're talking about what AI changes, what it doesn't change, and why the future of networking might be more human now than ever.
Every generation experiences a technology shift that changes the way business gets done, right? Email changed communication. Social media changed marketing. The calculator changed mathematics. Video calls changed meetings. And now AI is changing how we create, organize, and communicate. Whenever a new tool comes along, there's always a fear that it's going to be replacing something important, or it's all going to change the way everything is done. And right now, a lot of people are asking whether AI will replace networking, relationship building, or even human connection itself. I mean, I personally don't think that's necessarily the right question. The better question is, how can we use these tools without losing the very thing that makes networking effective in the first place? I remember when social media first became a, quote, business tool, I was not for it. I don't know about you, but I was like, no, I don't want to have to do this for my business. Ugh. Some people embraced it immediately. Those are probably those people with millions of followers and total influencers, right? Others resisted it completely. Okay, I wasn't there. I was maybe there mentally, but I didn't actually do that. Okay. Today, it's just part of doing business, right? And I think AI is heading down a very similar path.
Yes, an unnecessary evil, I think, is how we all see social media.
Right?
And, I didn't have I started with social media in a social capacity. And then I started my business only 5 years ago. So I've only been using it for business purposes for about 5 years. So I will say, I think that I was slow to have the come to Jesus moment where it's like, no, you need to use social media. So if you have not had the come to Jesus moment yet with AI, maybe we can give you a little glimpse into how to use it, embrace it, and just, it doesn't have to take everything over. It just, like you said, it just becomes a tool. AI is a tool in our toolbox, and honestly, it's really powerful. So it can help us organize our thoughts, brainstorm ideas, write first drafts, and even prepare for conversations. I know when I was thinking about this episode, I was like, yeah, how would AI impact, or how has AI impacted networking, But efficiency and connection are two different things. Just because something is faster doesn't automatically make it better. I mean, I think we've all tried to use chat and the reply is like, nah, this guy missed it completely.
Right. Or that is not at all something I'm going to say or do. Yeah.
No, right. Yeah. In fact, I think we're entering a time where authenticity becomes more valuable. I think we're all skeptical when you see something on social media, you're like, I don't know, fake or real, AI or real.
Like the puppy videos, some of those, I was all about them. And my kids would be like, Mom, that's AI generated. And I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
I really thought the puppy could dance with a hat. I'm so sad.
I feel that way sometimes about babies. Some of the stuff they make babies do. And I'm like, wow, that was cool. Then I'm like, oh, duh, Tiffany, that was AI.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And I think too, just ever since COVID, I think everybody is looking for the human connection. So I think, yes, authenticity is important. The human connection is important. And the more people receive automated messages and AI generated content, the more they appreciate interactions that feel personal and genuine. So technology can help create opportunities for connection, but relationships are still built by people.
Yes, 100%.
I do a couple of podcasts about music, and there's technology right now that makes music, and it sounds pretty good. But in some of our conversations around AI creating the music, what we have kind of boiled it down to is, I think at the end of the day, humans still like to cheer on humans, or humans still like to follow humans. So even if, let's say, Tiffany Mason creates all of this AI generated music, you can't follow me anywhere. You can't come see me in concert anywhere because it's all AI.
Right.
People like to follow people. We like to cheer people on. We like the underdog, all that kind of stuff. So let's start with what AI actually does really well. One of the biggest benefits is that it helps eliminate the blank page problem. I think this is what I value the most with AI, is just gets my creative juices going. So whether you're writing a LinkedIn post, you're creating a follow-up email, you're brainstorming on something, it can really help kind of it's a jumping off point. And honestly, sometimes getting started is the hardest part.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know about you, but blank page syndrome for sure. So AI can help you prepare for networking opportunities. Imagine researching someone before a coffee meeting. When I say that, when I think of helping you look into somebody, I think immediately, Donna, of you and Perplexity, because I know you're so good to use Perplexity. Where, like, I don't know why, but I'm like, ooh, Perplexity is so cool because it's pulling from all these different resources and summing it up. But isn't that what ChatGPT is doing as well? I'm not sure. But anyway.
Well, I am a big fan of Perplexity because I actually went to this training about how to use AI in real estate, right? And the guy was talking about how ChatGPT is great for creating posts or marketing or MLS descriptions or whatever. But that's where I was introduced to Perplexity. And in my mind, I thought the same thing. Like, what's the difference, right? But the difference actually for somebody like me, that is a very sort of detail-oriented, research-back, like personality in my brain, probably from my attorney days. The difference is that ChatGPT creates its output content based on what was put into it. So if people are putting in content into ChatGPT that is inaccurate, ChatGPT will spit out inaccurate statements. That's why you always want to proofread, and you always want to double check if it's giving any facts, okay? Because those facts could be totally wrong, right?
Got it.
Perplexity is pulling all of its information from articles or reference materials or websites of businesses. So it's content that it also gives you the, what do you call that? I want to say footnote, but that's not right. What do you call it? Citation?
Like the source or whatever?
Yes. Thank you. It also gives you the source from where it got that in a very easy link that you can click on and read that article to see where they got it from. So in other words, if I wanted to use AI for something in a professional capacity beyond just like a social media post or like, whatever, if I'm writing an email about something factual to a client, I'm going to double check any sources if it's something to do with business. So if I'm asking a health-related question, I use Perplexity because it will actually go into all of the health journals and all of the published documentation from doctors instead of just whatever somebody else put in ChatGPT, and I end up cutting off my finger thinking that's the cure when really I shouldn't have, So that's kind of the difference between the two. Perplexity is factual-based. It pulls from articles that have citations, blah, 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 blah. Chat takes whatever people put into it and spits it back out. So it could literally be like made up stuff. Great for creating content, not great for factually based things.
Got it. Okay. I use it a lot. I will download a transcript from a podcast episode and I will say, using the transcript alone, can you create X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
So that could be, And I personally appreciate that because it's kind of like that blank paper syndrome where I would stare at it and be like, okay, I need to recap this episode. Okay, let me think. How do I want to put it in order? What words do I want to use? And now I can say, okay, create show notes. It'll create the show notes. And let's be honest, everybody else is doing that too. It's not just me. And then, of course, you read through them to make sure in the same amount of time, well, less amount of time, the show notes just come out. But if I had to do any troubleshooting, it's still way less time than if I would have had to create them myself and stuff. So there's a lot of benefits to using AI, whether it's Perplexity or Chat or Gemini or Claude or whoever.
Right.
I think Twitter's is called Grok. So I do like seeing the names that they all come up with for their AI, though. In one podcast platform that I use, it was called The Underlord.
Right? Well, I will say, like, for me, I'm just not a real creative type person. That's just not what I'm gifted with. And so for me, AI is like a gift from above because I can say I need 10, name ideas for blah, blah, blah. Yes. And it will give me options. And then I can say, well, I like 1, 3, and 7, but give me 10 more until I find something that I really like. And it cuts through the amount of time I would spend spitballing and, talking to myself in the shower and bugging my husband to come up with something,
Singing in the shower. If anybody's seen Donna's Instagram.
Yes. So it helps me with the creative stuff that is so hard. Or, the other thing I love it is like a tough email, right? And you're like, I need to write a tough email to somebody and tell them something maybe that you're not excited to tell them. And so I'll write that into my Chat GPT prompt. And then I'll say, now I need you to put this in a nicer, softer tone where I still sound professional, but I'm also sounding positive, but you're also giving the hard news. And it's like Chat GPT is amazing, right? It does all of that. I
know, it's magical.
Yeah. So it's like you can put in what you want to say and then you can ask it to be nicer about it, which I love.
Yes, I agree.
And that's where I think people sometimes miss the opportunity. The goal isn't simply to save time. The goal is to reinvest that time into something valuable. So AI definitely saves you time, right? Because you can just do all those things we just told you. But if AI helps you draft an email faster, what are you doing with those extra 20 minutes? Maybe you're checking in with a past client. Maybe you're grabbing coffee with a referral partner. Maybe you're attending a networking event you would have skipped because you were too busy because you had all these emails to write, right? But ChatGPT can help you do it in like 10 minutes and you can go to that networking event. Technology should create more opportunities for connection, not fewer. So the question really is, with all this time you're saving, what are you doing with that time? How are you reinvesting that time? Okay, so now let's talk about what AI cannot do. AI definitely cannot build trust. Okay. Trust.
We all distrust AI.
Right. Isn't that what I just said too? Like, don't trust what ChatGPT spits out. Yeah. Okay. So AI can't build trust, right? We know that. We all know that. I mean, really, trust comes from showing up consistently. It comes from doing what you say you're going to do. That might be the biggest factor in today's world, I'm just going to say. Do what you say you're going to do in the time you say you're going to do it. And if for some reason you can't do it in that time, communicate that and be honest about it. Okay? Trust comes from experiences people have with you over time, every time. So you know that there are people in your world where you're like, oh, she says she's going to call me to go to coffee, and you know she's not going to call. Right? Or she says she's going to get me that work by the end of the week, but you know she's not going to get it to you by the end of the week because she never has gotten it to you by the time she says she's going to. So you know those people, and you factor in the fact that you aren't expecting what they're saying because you don't trust that they're going to do what they said they were going to do. Okay. So think about that. Like in your professional sense, who do you want to be? Do you want to be that person where when, personally for me, when I tell a client I'm going to have them something by tomorrow, I don't care if it's 11:45, I will be delivering that PM. I will be delivering that to them by then because I know I said by tomorrow. And that's how I operate because I want people to trust me.
Me too.
And AI cannot sit across the table from someone and listen to them. That's the other thing. Right. AI cannot sit across the table from someone and truly listen, right? It can't read body language. It can't recognize when someone's having a difficult day. It can't build any kind of emotional connection. When I think about the strongest relationships in my business, none of them were built because of efficiency, right? They were built because people felt heard, people felt supported, and people felt understood. I mean,
yeah, it's like I said, people don't remember what you said or well, even though you just said what you said, but you know what I'm saying when I say what you said, what you did, they remember the way you made them feel. You know, like it's more than it's that emotional connection that AI cannot do.
Absolutely. I mean, you build relationships over time each and every day, really, by the comments you make on people's social or LinkedIn, by the relationships that you build, by the coffee dates that you have, by greeting people in a certain way, by following through on your
they
actions.
say like your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yes.
You know, like AI can't attract a tribe, quote unquote. Right? There's no vibe that it's sending out. And we like to do business with people we know, like, and trust. I mean, if you showed me 5 ads for 5 different plumbers, they're all going to mean the same to me. But get me on the phone with 5 different plumbers, I can easily make my choice.
Right.
So, you know, there's just a different connection.
That is so
when there's a person
true.
behind it.
And, you know, when I think about the people that I refer business to, it's people that I have met, that I've had conversations with, that I've spent time with, and that I know, like, and trust, right? So you're not going to get that through an ad. You're not going to get that through anything put out by
No, it's emotionless.
AI.
It's cold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Well, and I honestly think that human connection becomes even more valuable as technology advances. So think about how many automated messages we all receive every day. Marketing emails, chatbots, auto-generated follow-ups, generic outreach messages. Well, most of us can tell when the message feels personal and when it feels automated, like what we're talking about. What stands out today is not automation. What stands out is thoughtfulness.
Yes.
Even the email automations, sometimes I question my own because I'm like, I don't know why that person got that email. Like nothing that they did should have prompted them to get that email. And now it's like, or like if you have an automated system and you have the appointment or the appointment cancels, but you don't cancel it in your system. And then they get the follow-up text that's like, we had such a great conversation. You know, I'm going to get back to you in an email in 2 hours, within the next couple of hours. I'm like, oh my God, now they clearly know I used an automation. And then I feel bad about it because it feels very impersonal.
Right.
So we try to make these connections. People are seeking out the connection because we're seeking out know, like, and trust. We get that through thoughtfulness, through remembering somebody's child's graduation or a difficult season that they're in, or after they've gone through the difficult season, or like we were saying in the previous episode with LinkedIn about, you know, a promotion or celebrating an anniversary at work. But those are the moments that we remember because they're human. Like,
right.
I don't think AI would just randomly send a text message like, congratulations on your 12 years at work.
Unless it's from the office. And then you're going to be like, great, thanks.
Yeah. But they can't send like the little thank you notes or when you have someone scan the little QR code in your phone. You know, I mean, all of that stuff is just what I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm interrupting myself with a thought. I'm thinking like when you get ready to scan that other person's phone, you see their background picture or their phone cover, or maybe it's a female and you see that she's got her nails painted a certain way. You know, it gives even more talking points. I don't know. There's just when there's a human involved, there's a lot more connection points, I guess.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think like handwritten notes, the reason those are making a big comeback right now is really in an effort to combat all this automation we have going on. And they're super rare, right? Like how often do you get a handwritten note in your mail? And when you do, we've said this on previous episodes, when you do, you stand up and notice, right? Because wow, that person took the time to write that in like with a pen and paper. Okay. And then let alone put a stamp on it. I mean, you know, like that's a lot. Stamps today, man, they're expensive.
I know. Well, and I just think like my love language is time. So I always just think like somebody took the time to buy the cards, to write a sincere message, to address it, and then to put it in the mailbox. Like,
right.
That all just takes time. And we all know that that's a hot commodity.
Yeah. Yeah. That's huge.
Okay, so I think the smartest networkers are going to use AI, like we said, as a tool or as an assistant, not as a substitute. So they'll use it for brainstorming, organizing, preparing something, but they're not going to outsource the actual relationship, right? AI can help you draft follow up messages, but you still have to personalize it. It can help you create networking questions, but you still have to read through and think about how would somebody really answer this? Is this really applicable to what the group is or whatever, right? And then AI can help you manage your contacts, but you still have to nurture those relationships. AI prompts for networking, preparing for events, drafting LinkedIn messages, using AI without sounding robotic.
I mean, I think that
Okay.
you can use AI prior to a networking event to basically say, hey, I'm going to this networking event. It's hosted by this and such group, and these type of people may be there. What should I be prepared to say? Or what are some great ice breaking things that I could use, or how best should I be discussing my business or introducing myself. You
Or
can,
if you don't have your I help statement yet,
yeah, I
help
mean,
you
you can put
craft that a
all
little
those
bit. What do you
things
want
in
to say
there.
about yourself?
Yeah. And my oldest son recently just had a weird interview situation where basically they give you the questions and then you go on to a virtual platform and you record your answers. And so, yeah, I know
What?
yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy world.
Okay, that's somebody taking a shortcut. I don't like that. I don't think that
Yeah.
that's good.
Oh, yeah. And he's applying to kind of big company type of situations. He's got a
Yeah.
sports management degree and he's looking for something in corporate partnerships at a team. It could be AAA baseball, it could be a hockey team, it could be
So if anybody knows
football.
anybody, let us know.
Right. Exactly.
No.
That's the purpose of that statement. Great kid, hard work ethic. He's currently in Japan working. So anyway, we were talking about this earlier in that another job came back with an assessment he had to take too. This is weird. It's a weird way that we have reached this place in our time of, I don't know, society where your first brush is going to be
AI.
AI. Yeah, really. And some sort of automated filtering system, really. He did this interview. These kids today, I mean, they're just, so much better with using the tools than we are because they grew up with them. So I said,
Yeah.
how are you preparing for this interview? Are you researching the company? And he goes, oh, yeah, but I also have the questions. So I can put them all in ChatGPT and I can really work and come up with a really good answer after I've researched the company. And so I have something that I can really use for this particular thing because it's not like a live interview. So I can,
I love how he's kind of outsmarting them on their application process.
Right? I was like, oh my God, that's brilliant. I wouldn't have thought of that. I would have been trying to come up with my answers. Yeah. So anyway, there's a lot of ways AI can help you in your business. So AI can remind you to reach out to somebody, but it's not going to care about them. It's not going to actually do the human interaction part. It can help you write a message, but it's not going to build trust, right? Only you can build trust with people. AI can help you organize your network, but it can't become part of your network. And the professionals who thrive in the future will be the ones who blend technology. I really believe this, who blend technology with genuine relationship building. Because at the end of the day, people still do business with people. And no matter how advanced technology becomes, relationships will always be the foundation of opportunity.
Yeah, I think the name of the game is to embrace the AI, but you can't let it replace you because otherwise you will be left behind and other people will outdo you with the benefits of AI. It's a tool. It's to come alongside you. It's to aid you. It's to make you better. It's to make you think, at a higher level. But it's certainly, or is it making us think at a lower level?
I know, right?
Yeah, I think lots of times mine makes me think at a higher level because it kind of challenges me, to think in other ways. So,
yes.
I don't know.
I love that part.
You could argue it either way. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, going to a networking event is never going to be automated. You're never going to be able to use AI to go to a networking event. You're going to have to show up. You're going to have to put the smile on your face. You're going to have to shake hands. And you're going to have to talk to people. And that is how you're going to have to continue to build relationships or build trust, because you can chat with somebody online, whether it's email or social media or LinkedIn or whatever, to live long day. But I am likely not going to put you as a referral partner until I've met you face to face or I've worked with you in some capacity.
Well, I know that you and I were talking about our kids and their friends. And it's kind of like if you haven't met our kids are older. So if you haven't met the kids by that point, you're like,
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, like you kind of want to get a feel for who your kids are hanging out with until you're like, yeah, go. Just get in anybody's car. Yeah, just go to any
Right.
party. Yeah, just go to any event.
Yeah.
You know, like it's nice to meet the kids and kind of get a vibe for who they are. And it's the same thing in business. We want to know, like, and trust the person that we're going to refer. And how can you get there? Not through your bot showing up for you.
Right.
I mean, I don't even really, just because I meet somebody like, I know there was a lady we had and she had a gym and she had another location. And so one of her workers were filling in for her at a networking event, which is fine, totally fine. But does that mean that I know the owner and the owner's values and all that kind of stuff? No, I want to talk to the real McCoy. And it's the same thing with this. Like we don't want to talk to the assistant. We want to talk to the real person.
Right.
These AI automated, generated, blah, blah, blah. We want, fine, start out that way, but then put your own spin on it.
I always say, like in my advertisement stuff, so I'm like, make me sound fun and quirky. Those are the posts that I read the most, the kind of off.
I always say that I want mine to be playful.
Okay.
Same reason.
Yeah. I mean, if AI feels overwhelming, remember this. The fundamentals of networking haven't changed. People still want to be heard. People still want to be valued. People still want to work with people they know, like, and trust. Technology will continue to evolve, but human nature remains surprisingly consistent. You know?
AI isn't something to fear. It's simply another tool. The opportunity isn't choosing between technology or relationships. It's learning how to use technology to strengthen relationships. The people who thrive won't necessarily be the ones using the most AI. They'll be the ones combining efficiency with empathy, innovation with authenticity, and technology with genuine human connection. Okay, so this week's networking mode on tip. Pick one task this week that normally takes you longer than it should. Whether that's drafting a LinkedIn post, organizing the people who you've met, following up with an email, or brainstorming content, use AI to help you complete that task just a little bit faster. Then take your time that you saved and invest it in real relationships. Reach out to someone you've been meaning to connect with, schedule a coffee, a thoughtful check-in, or pick up a phone instead of sending a text. The goal isn't to use AI to replace networking. The goal is to use AI to create more time for networking. Networking mode on.
Now we want to hear from you. We would love for you to follow us on Instagram. You can find us at @the_LinkUpLounge. Shoot us a DM about how our networking tips may be helping you, and let's keep building those powerful links together. You've been hanging out in the Link Up Lounge, your lounge for turning one link into endless opportunities.
Now it's your turn. Go make a powerful link today.
Networking mode on.